Hello, good morning students. Welcome to Unique Coaching class. Students, now today we are going to understand the most important point in this chapter in consignment business, that is invoice price. Okay, so let's understand what is invoice price. We all know that the consignor, okay, sent goods to consignee. But remember, consignor never reveal the true price of goods to the consignee. Consignor never told him the cost of the goods to the consignee. Consignor કોઈ પણ દિવસ consignee ને એની right જે cost છે એના વિશે જણાવશે જ નહીં. Okay. For example, suppose consignor send goods to the consignor. For example, let's take a watch. Okay, now the cost of watch is suppose 600. Okay, cost કેટલી છે એની actually cost 600. Consignor know that the cost of watch is 600, but when consignor send these goods to consignee, at that time consignor told consignee or informed consignee that the price of watch is 800. Okay, ત્યારે એને શું કહેશે કે ભાઈ એની cost કેટલી છે? The cost of watch is 800 એવું કહેશે. But what is the actual price? Actual price is 600. But he informed consignee that the cost of price 800. Okay, તો જે actually cost છે એ consignor ને જ ખબર હશે. Consignee didn't know that what is the actual cost. Okay, જે consignor કહેશે એ જ એના માટે cost કહેવાશે. So here for the consignor the cost is 600, but for the consignee the cost is 800, because consignor ને કહેશે કે ભાઈ 800 ની એની cost છે. Okay, એવું consignor ને inform કરશે. So consignor તો એવું સમજશે ને, the actual cost is 800. Then he add profit here. Suppose a 100 profit he sell કરશે. So 900 will be sell price. Okay, 900 it will be sales price, right? So it's happen in all even in real life. We all know that જે સાચી cost હશે એ consignor ને જ ખબર હશે કે ભાઈ actually goods 600 માં ready થાય છે. Okay, actually cost 600 છે. જ્યારે consignor ને goods send કરશે તો એમાં જે bill બનાવ્યું હશે, billમાં એટલે કે જે પણ inform જે રસીદ કે જે પણ send કરશે એમાં કેટલી price show કરશે? 800. So here consignor thinks that the cost price of watch is 800, but actually price 600, which know only consignor. Okay, consignor ને જ ખબર છે કે price 600 છે. So here he will give entry in his book. Okay, consignor પોતાની books માં કઈ effect આપશે? So consignor give in his books entry like this: 600 cost plus એમાં પહેલેથી જે profit add કરી નાખશે. Okay, 200 profit. So amount comes 800 and send goods to consignee at this price. Okay, આ price એને શું કરશે? Send કરશે. This price call invoice price. Okay, અને કઈ price કહેવાશે? This is called invoice price. Clear these points? Okay, so remember what is invoice price? Okay, invoice price is a one type of cost. Okay, એક રીતની cost જ છે જેમાં પહેલેથી profit add કરીને સામેવાળાને જણાવવામાં આવે છે, right? એને પહેલેથી જ cost add કરીને જણાવશે. In a simple language, okay, suppose you have any property. Okay, તમારી પાસે કોઈ property છે જેની actually cost છે suppose 10 lakh. Actually એની right cost કેટલી છે? 10 lakh છે. But you told to everybody that its cost is 12 lakh. Okay, બધાને તમે શું કહેશો કે આની cost 12 lakh છે. So it's called invoice price for others. Okay, sorry, બીજાને માટે તમે એને 2 lakh already cost માં add કરી નાખ્યા છે. Okay, તો આને શું કહેવાશે? Invoice price. Okay, કે બિલમાં તમે આટલું બતાવો. ઇન્વોઇસ એટલે કે બિલમાં તમે આ પ્રાઇસ શો કરો છો. Okay, પ્રોપર્ટીમાં નહીં કહેવાય. This is just for example to understand. So here remember for the actually cost is 600 but consignee thinks that the cost is 800 because એને જે goods send કરશે એમાં બિલમાં શું લખેલા હશે 800 હશે. So he assumed that the price is 800. Okay, for the consignee cost is 800 for the consignee. Okay, consignee તો એવું જ માનશે, એજન્ટ તો એવું જ માનશે કે cost કેટલી છે 800 છે. Now he sell the goods, તો એ સેલ કરશે તો profit કોના પર કન્સિડર કરશે 800 પર, એના પર 100 profit કન્સિડર કરશે તો 900 will call sell price. Clear this point? So here 2 times profit છે. આ profit કયો છે જે consigner એડ કરી નાખે છે પોતાની cost માં અને સામે અને actually price એનાથી છુપાવવા માટે. And this profit is done at the time of sale. Okay, this profit done at the send of the goods. Goods send કરશે ત્યારે profit એડ કરીને send કરે ને આ જ્યારે good sell કરે છે ત્યારની આ profit છે. Clear these points? Okay. So now what's effect in our calculation? Okay, अपना accounts में कई ते effect आवશે. So I just explain you. Suppose he send the consigner send suppose 50 watch. Okay, it cost is 600 and cost કેટલી છે 600 છે and invoice price 800 છે. So when he send the goods, so we know that we give effect in consignment account. Okay, આપણે effect ક્યાં આપીશું consignment account માં effect આપીશું. So what will be effect in consignment account? So we know that we give effect this side goods sent on consignment. Okay, so here 50 watch. Now which price consider? So here we have to consider invoice price. Okay, આપણે કઈ price consider કરીશું invoice price 50 into 8. So here 40,000. But it's a wrong because actually cost કેટલી છે? Actually cost તો 600 જ છે ને, તો આપણે 600 show કરવી પડશે ને. Actually cost તો 600 છે. If we want to know the actually real profit of the business, તો આપણે તો જે right cost છે લખવી પડશે because આ profit add કરેલી amount છે. Okay, so here now what to do? We have to show here invoice price. Okay, અહીંયા આપણે invoice price show કરીશું and opposite side. Okay, અહીંયા goods sent debit side છે તો opposite side again we give the same entry goods sent on consignment and here we write its difference amount. Okay, જે difference છે અહીંયા show કરીશું 50 watch and difference કેટલો છે 600 800 200 નો difference છે. So here 10,000. So indirectly we give effect of cost. Okay, indirectly આપણે cost ની જગ્યાએ effect આપી છે, બંને વચ્ચે difference કેટલો છે 200 નો difference છે, means the profit જે add કર્યો છે તે 600 ને બદલે કેટલા 800 show કરે છે, જે difference છે આપણે અહીંયા show કરીશું. If you remember we have learned this type of point in branch account. Okay, branch માં આ રીતના point આવતા હતા, right? We learn in branch account. So remember how to give effect. This side we have to write invoice price and this side we have to write the difference, the profit. So its first effect will be given to the what? To the goods sent on the consignment, and the second effect, the same effect will be given to stock because this all about the goods. Okay, આપણે જે price add કર્યું છે કેમાં add કર્યું છે goods માં add કર્યું છે, તો આની effect પણ કા પડશે goods પર જ પડશે અને goods related બે જ entry આવે consignment માં, first goods sent and closing stock. So at last when we write the consignment stock, okay, so we show at which price here invoice price માં show કરીશું. Okay, which price invoice price, and opposite side we again give effect consignment stock and which price here we show that is difference amount and it's called consignment stock reserve. એના માટે શું લખીશું આપણે consignment stock reserve. So remember in a real life it's common and even in our chapter in our sum in book sum it's a common topic. Okay, in this chapter almost I think 95% sums, in 95% sums you will get the point regarding invoice price. Okay, almost suppose books માં 60 sum હશે તો 60 માંથી 53-54 sum માં invoice point જોવા મળશે જ. Okay, એટલે almost 90 to 95% sums એવા હશે કે જેમાં invoice price આપેલી જશે. તો એની effect ક્યાં પડશે? બે જગ્યા પર effect પડશે. First goods send કરીએ છે તે, so here we show invoice price and this side we write its difference, and second effect consignment stock, normally we show credit side, so debit side we show its difference amounts. Clear? Okay, so remember its effect. Now in a question they did not give this both value. Okay, question માં તમને શું કરશે? They give invoice price. Okay, they give invoice price, but they did not give cost price. Okay, invoice price આપેલી હશે, but cost price is not given. Or maybe they give cost price, but invoice price is not given. Okay, cost price આપેલી હશે તો invoice નહીં હશે, invoice હશે તો cost નહીં હશે. Normally બેમાંથી એક આપે, એક નથી આપતા. બંને આપી દે તો it's okay, better, right? But we need both. આપણે બંનેની જરૂર પડશે because here we give invoice price and this side we write difference. Okay, અહીંયા આપણે difference લખીએ છીએ. Difference એટલે કે 600 cost છે અને 800 invoice છે. તો બંને વચ્ચેનો difference એટલે કે profit કેટલો છે? 200 જે profit આપણે add કરીએ છીએ તે. 200 જે profit એટલે અહીંયા શું કહેવાશે? Difference. એની પણ જરૂર પડશે. So in a question normally they give invoice or didn't give cost, or maybe they give cost, didn't give invoice. So we have to find out that. Okay, એક આપેલું હશે, બીજો નહીં હશે, તો એને શું કરવું પડશે? Find out that. Okay, so for that we have to must know these basic rules. Okay, in a cost, if profit add, okay, cost માં જો profit add કરીશું, so it will be invoice, right? And opposite from invoice, if you less profit, so what you will get? You will get cost, right? Cost માં profit add કરીશું તો invoice આવશે. Here I just explain you કે cost 600 છે, but જે consigner goods send કરશે તો એમાં 200 પહેલેથી જ profit add કરી નાખશે અને 800 માં send કરશે. So 600 માં પહેલેથી profit 200 add કરશે તો 800 એ શું કહેવાશે? Invoice કહેવાશે. So here indirectly this formula will be made that cost plus profit is equal to invoice price. Okay, cost plus profit is equal to invoice price. So remember, so right now we are going to understand how to find out if invoice price is given, then how to find out cost. If cost price is given, then how to find out invoice. And remember this basic point, cost plus profit is equal to invoice. Invoice minus profit is equal to cost. Just remember this point. You can easily understand how to find out. So here I take total 4 example. Okay, by these 4 points you can easily understand how to find out if cost is given and how to find out invoice, and if invoice is given then how to find out cost. Okay, normally question માં જો કદાચ એવા પણ સમ હશે કે જેમાં cost ને invoice આપેલી હશે તો ઘણું સારું, જો નહીં આપેલી હોય તો કઈ રીતે find out કરવું. So let's start. So here goods sent by adding 25% profit on cost. Okay, goods કઈ રીતે send થાય છે? Goods sent by adding 25% profit on cost, and they give invoice price only. Okay, કઈ price આપેલી છે? Invoice આપેલી છે. It means what? It means that cost price is not given, so we have to find out cost price. Clear? This side goods sent by adding 80% profit on cost and cost price is given. It means what? Cost price is given, so it means we have to find out invoice price. Okay, cost price આપેલી છે, so invoice price find out કરવી પડશે. Clear? We have to find out invoice price. Okay, so let's find out how we should find out that. So very simple and easy point. So in a question they give clue about the profit. Okay, invoice અને cost માં એક જ આપશે ને બીજી find out કરો તો question માં profit નો point આપેલો છે. So let's see. Goods sent by adding 25% profit on cost. Look at here point. Profit add છે કોના પર? 25% profit on cost. Whenever in a question they give profit, just check that profit is on cost or on invoice. Okay, આ બે રીતના point હશે. Profit is on cost હશે or profit is on invoice હશે. Okay, in this point profit is on cost, here also profit in on cost. Okay, profit કોના પર calculate કર્યો છે? 25 and 80 on cost છે. Okay, cost price પર calculate થયું છે. Come this point, goods sent by adding 25% profit on invoice. Look at here. Here profit is calculated on invoice. Invoice પર calculate છે. 25% છે ના છે? Invoice પર 25% છે. Here 31/3% profit on invoice. Here also invoice પર છે. and here cost price is given, so it means we have to find out invoice price, and here invoice price is given, so we have to find out cost price. Okay, so how to do this calculation? So let's start. First of all, remember here compulsory we have to suppose. Okay, अपने compulsory suppose करવું પડશે. We have to suppose, maybe in some question we have to suppose cost, and in some question we have to suppose invoice price. Okay, કેટલાક સમમાં આપણે cost ને suppose કરીશું અને કેટલાકમાં invoice ને suppose કરીશું. Now how we come to know that we should suppose cost or we should suppose invoice? કઈ રીતે ખબર પડશે કે cost ને suppose કરીએ કે invoice ને suppose કરીએ? Very simple, just focus on profit. If profit is calculated on cost, then suppose cost. If profit is calculated on invoice, then suppose invoice. Okay, जो profit cost पर calculate કરવામાં આવતો હોય તો cost પર, જો profit invoice પર calculate કરવામાં આવે તો invoice પર. Come to this point, goods and by adding 25% profit on cost. Okay, profit કોના પર છે? cost પર છે. It means we should suppose cost. Okay, આપણે કોને suppose કરીશું? We should suppose cost. જેના પર profit calculate થયો હશે એને suppose કરીશું. So here we should suppose cost. Now here goods and by adding 25% profit on invoice. Profit કોના પર છે? invoice પર છે. So here we should suppose invoice price 100. Clear? Goods and by adding 33 1/3% profit on invoice. Here again invoice. So here we should suppose invoice price 100. Clear? Okay. In this point, goods and by adding 80% profit on cost. Okay. અહીંયા શેના પર છે? cost પર છે. So here we should suppose cost 100. Remember, profit જેના પર આપેલો હોય, જો cost પર હશે તો cost ને suppose કરો, invoice પર હશે તો invoice ને suppose કરો. Now remember, here I just told you, in cost profit add, so we get invoice. In invoice profit less, so we get cost. Okay, યાદ રાખજો, cost માં profit શું થશે? add થશે, તો એ invoice મળશે, and invoice માં profit શું થશે? less થશે, તો એ શું બનશે? cost બનશે. Okay, remember this point, cost માં profit add થશે, invoice માં profit less થશે. So here profit is 25% and it's a cost. So cost માં શું થશે? profit add થશે 25. 100 ના 25, so 75 it will be now invoice price. Same point here, 80% profit on cost. cost છે, cost માં profit શું થશે? add થશે. So 18 profit add, so 180 will be now here invoice price. Clear? Same point here, invoice price 100 છે, profit 25 છે. So in a invoice profit will be less. Okay, here also invoice, so profit will be less 33, so 33.33. Okay, so remember this point, cost હશે તો એમાં profit plus થશે, invoice હશે એમાં profit less થશે, અને મળશે શું? આમાં less કરીશું, so here you will get cost, and here you will get 66.67, it will be cost. Okay, so whenever you will get point regarding that, just suppose this. Okay, આનાથી અલગ નહીં આવશે, જે બી દાખલામાં આવશે તે આ રીતનો જ point આવશે. Here my mistake, actually we add, so 125 will come. Okay, કોઈ પણ દાખલો હશે એમાં 4 થી અલગ point આવી જ નહીં શકે, કારણ કે આમાં 4 point મેં લઈ લીધા છે. Okay, so now next we have to just put this step and you will get the answer. Okay, આપણે ખાલી પદ મૂકીશું એટલે આપણે આન્સર મળી જશે. તો પહેલું સ્ટેપ આ સપોઝ કરવાનું છે. હવે સિમ્પલી તમારે સ્ટેપ મૂકવાનું છે. વેરી સિમ્પલ. In the first point, what you have and what you want to find out. We have an invoice and we want cost. So we should put step at the same way. We have an invoice, so first write invoice and we want cost, then write cost. Okay, જે આપેલું છે પહેલા લખો, શોધવાનું તે પછી. Okay, what we have a write first, what we want to find out write later on. Here we have a cost, we want to find out invoice, so first of all write cost, then invoice. Clear? What we have a first write that, what we want to find out, then write later on. Now put value from the suppose. Okay, just suppose કર્યું છે એ માટે પહેલા value મૂકીએ. Here invoice, how much invoice here? Invoice is 125 and cost is 100. Invoice is 125, cost is 100. એટલે પહેલા કેમાંથી value મૂકીશું? જે suppose કર્યું છે એમાંથી. And then actual value. Okay, હવે actual value કેટલી છે? Actual invoice is 50,000. Actual invoice is 50,000. So what will be cost? Right? So here you will get the answer of cost, that is 40,000. Okay, clear? તો સિમ્પલ જ છે, જે આપેલું હોય તે પહેલા લખો, જે શોધવાનું હોય તે પછી, અને પહેલા અમાઉન્ટ કેમાંથી લખવાની? જે સપોઝ કર્યું છે એમાંથી. જસ્ટ રિમેમ્બર, you never made a mistake in it. Okay, કોઈ દિવસ તમારી ભૂલ પડશે જ નહીં. So here we get the cost price, how much? 40,000. Okay, now come to this point. Okay, again I remove this. Let's start from this first point. Here we have a cost and we want to find out invoice. Okay, we have a cost, so first of all write cost, and we want to find out invoice, then find out invoice. Okay, જે find out આપેલું છે પહેલા, જે find out કોણ છે તે પછી. Now write from the suppose, જે suppose કર્યું એમાં value જો. Here cost, how much cost in suppose? 100 and invoice 180. Cost 100, then invoice 118. So actually cost is 1400. So what will be invoice? So 1400 into 118 divided by 100. So 1652, it's our invoice price. It's a cost. Okay, so here we get invoice price 1652. Clear? Now the next, here we have a cost and want to find out invoice. So first cost and then invoice. Okay, પહેલા cost લખીશું, પછી invoice. Now put value from the suppose. In a suppose cost 75 and invoice 100, and then actual value. Actual cost 120. So what will be invoice? So it will be 160. It's our invoice price. Okay, now here invoice given, cost to find out. So first invoice, then cost. Okay, now from this suppose, how much invoice? In a suppose invoice is 100 and the cost is 66.67 and actual invoice is 999. Now how to solve this? So remember, on a calculator, whenever in this chapter you will get 33 1/3%, it means 33.3333. Okay, so whenever you do calculation on calculator, write all these amount 333. Okay, calculator કરો તો પૂરેપૂરું લખજો. Here the same point, 100 માંથી 33 તમે less કરશો, so you will get 66.6666 this way. Okay, so on a calculator write all the amount. If you want to solve this, okay, so how to solve? 999 into 6.666. Okay, આખી screen ભરી દો. Then write divide by 100. So you will get the perfect answer. Okay, આખી screen 666 ભરી દો, divide by 100. Okay, so here you will get the answer 665.99. Now tell me it means what? 665.99. એટલે આન્સર કેટલો કહેવાશે? 666. Okay, it is the right answer. Clear? It is the cost. So remember, almost in any question, okay, you will get any one of these 4 points. Okay, આ ચારમાંથી કોઈ point આપેલો હશે. So remember what is cost, what is invoice, and also remember its effect. Okay, any effects નું આવશે તે પણ યાદ રાખજો. There are only 2 extra effect we have to give. Okay, આપણે normally 2 extra effect આપવાની છે. Normally we write goods sent on consignment debit side, we have to write debit side, but we have to show its which price? Invoice price. And then again we have to write the opposite side, goods sent on consignment, and we have to write difference. Second effect, consignment stock we show credit side, so we have to show credit side but at invoice price, and its difference we have to show debit side consignment stock reserve. Okay, and it's not new point. In a branch account we have give this effect. Okay, એમાં તો વધારે આવતી હતી. Okay, opening stock, closing stock, goods and goods return, but here only two, goods and closing stock. Now next video we are going to solve some regarding this.